moment there, I thought maybe you wanted to catch up.
I have a job for you. Take it, and that whole mess over how you left Bridges will be wiped from the record. You won't have to live in hiding anymore.
What about Lou?
That's a little more complicated. We're talking about a Bridges asset. You'll have to work it out. Sam, you brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid the Death Stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. And that's not all. Die Hard Man is not the president of the UCA anymore. In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A Pass 4000 has revolutionized the whole process. It utilizes the chiral network to manage and carry out deliveries. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. And no need for Fragile Express, of course. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge. And we still require the services of human porters that can work outside the network. Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs. Sam, I'm asking you to go to Mexico. To extend the chiral network to the south. Just like you did when you went out west.
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you. So, what do you say? Chiralium contamination is severe. Some areas have it worse than anything you experienced back in the UCA. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well. And, as you can imagine, everything in their path is subject to temporal acceleration. Objects and structures degrade rapidly, while animals and humans grow old and frail in the blink of an eye. Timefall often precedes the appearance of BTs there too. So you should do everything you can to stay out of it as much as possible. There are many other dangers, though. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily. Mexico has no shortage of beached things. Spirits of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else. Any human corpse that hasn't been properly disposed of will become a BT. And any living human that comes into contact with a BT will get dragged into the depths of the tar. Giant BTs can and will emerge from the tar as well. And if they succeed in consuming a living human being, they'll trigger a void out, destroying everything nearby in a massive explosion. Several Mexican cities were wiped off the map in this way. The survivors have since become divided and isolated. As most people cannot see BTs, they live in fear of them, and that fear has made them too terrified to venture outside.
Fuck Mexico. I might as well. Suicide Squad.
Seriously, why me?
There are several reasons I thought of you for this job. Deadman, for one. He's currently working at a lab in southern Mexico. I don't know the details, but the research they're conducting there is important. Very important. And there are certain things he'd like to tell you in person.
That was one reason. You got more?
I do. And this one's serious. There is some BT territory near that lab I mentioned. They monitor the chiralium levels, and recently, they've observed unusual activity. The cause is still unclear, but they seem to think there's a good chance a massive BT is headed their way. And if they're right, then I want you there, ready to kill it before it kills them. Don't forget, Sam. You were the first person in the world to ever take out a BT.
Guess that makes sense. But something's still bugging me.
What?
All this talk about extending the network into Mexico. Isn't the UCA basically expanding their territory? Taking control, claiming it for their own?
Sam, it's not like that. They're not trying to take over the world. They just want to link up new areas with the chiral network. Like the internet before the Stranding. Public infrastructure to connect people. Which is why, instead of turning to an established government agency like Bridges, the UCA contracted a private organization, like ours, who then decided to employ the services of a freelancer like yourself. So please, Sam, won't you help us out?
Roll credits.
Hey. Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all. Okay, Lou. Time for some nom-noms. Yeah, all right.
So you'll do it?
Uh-huh. What about Lou, though? It's not like I can take my kid with me. If I do this, can you hold the fort for me while I'm gone? Play babysitter?
We're inside the network. There's a child care app I can use. It'll be fine. The lab is only a few days away. I promise he'll be back before you know it. Link up the region as you head south, and come home safe. We'll be waiting.
All right.
Go on. Slide it on your thumb.
Like a ring? Huh.
Try sticking your thumb out, like you're giving me a like. Access your ring terminal to view the map. From here you can check order details, as well as the cargo for delivery. Now then, let's review the mission that you'll be undertaking on behalf of Drawbridge. Your destination is a research lab in southern Mexico. When you arrive, you'll need to use the Cupid to connect it to the chiral network. Chiral communication utilizes the beach, where time barely passes. Using the Cupid in conjunction with the delivery terminal will allow us to initiate a zero-time massive data transmission. But because of the distance, it's not feasible to head straight to the lab to establish a connection. You'll need to use the way stations to extend network coverage until you're close enough to get the lab online. Your first stop is C1, Ciudad Nuda del Norte. Bring them a delivery and welcome them into the network. Improper corpse disposal remains a serious problem in Mexico. With every additional corpse that spawns a BT, the risk of a void out grows even higher. C1 in particular is struggling to handle this issue. But once they're online, we can give them the technology they need to address the situation. Why don't you take a look at the cargo you're carrying by opening the menu? You can access useful information about your deliveries via your ring terminal. To review the cargo currently in your possession, this is the cargo you'll need to deliver. Be sure it's an excellent. We've given you some additional equipment. It can be carried in pouches or in special hooks. All these weapons can be used to incapacitate humans. Be sure to wait. Return to the menu when everything looks good to go. Finally, before heading out, make sure to plot your delivery route. Return to the map. See your destination? There's a river you'll need to cross to get there. There are bandits in the area too. Armed groups that have attacked borders in the past. Think about what route you might take from your current location.
Commencing route creation.
When you plot a route on the map, you'll see what hazards you may run into along the way. You can face these challenges. How you get to your destination is up to latest model Cupid just completed. We decided to put a hold on network expansion until it was ready to go. Like last time, you'll be using it to welcome people into a whole new world. It won't be any harder than before either. The chiral network terminals are ready and waiting. Bridges saw to that. Emily's expedition split into two groups midway. The first continued west, while the second cut south into Mexico. But again, they were only able to lay the groundwork. Until you bring those terminals online with the Cupid, the network can't grow. Hungry?
No.
No more baby food for you.
Let you get fragile any trouble while I'm gone. Don't you break my kid.
to eat.
Alright, let's get this done.
I'm Sam!
With the skin on my teeth. Steady. We're in enemy territory now. Whoa.
lost it
Now
there.
leaving chiral network coverage.
Okay. Great step in. God damn.
Whoa, almost lost it there.
delivery terminal to process your orders and requests. Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
You must be Sam. It can't have been he. You're here to bring us... that's a relief. We'll be able to That'll be one less... Anyway, I believe you... However, I knew I could count on you to get the goods to us in perfect condition. Definitely the right man for the job. Didn't think you'd go to such lengths on our behalf. We really can't thank you enough. It's just like everyone says. You're a man... Okay, the Cairo gateway you brought us should allow us to establish a connect. And with state-of-the-art tech at our disposal...
Cairo network coverage successfully expanded. Commencing data collection. Now displaying your current Porter grade. Porter grade increased.
Chiral network, and now we can begin fabricating. Until recently, we've been dealing with our dead by burying them in tar, but that solution was growing untenable. We should be okay moving forward. I really can't thank you enough. You must be exhausted after your There are countless dangers in these parts. Please, stay. Well, our corpse disposal problem is no longer... But there's nothing we can do to get rid... Fear of BTs and damage from timefall in Cairo. And let's not forget about the bat. But so long as we remain connected to them, you brought us more than a connection. As I mentioned before, unfortunately, we took it too far. And it wasn't long before the whole pit turned into a BT area. In trying to prevent the emergence of BTs, we ended up facilitating their creation. And with the constant timefall in the vicinity, Cairo contamination has only grown worse. All these problems have contributed to an increased suicide rate, which in turn has resulted in even more bodies that we've had no way to dispose of properly. But thanks to the Chiral network, we can now fabricate the corpse disposal facilities that we lack. Everything's going to be all right. Thank you again for everything. I'll get started right away on preparing your next order for you. By the time you wake up, it should be good to go. You'll just need to access the delivery terminal here. I hope I can count on you.
enjoy your stay.
Lou,
Are you alright? If you're worried about Lou, don't be. I'll admit, this stuff is pretty new to me, but the app has been a big help. Figuring out why a baby's crying, getting the milk just warm enough. It's had the perfect advice for every situation.
hi.
So, how does it feel to be back in the saddle?
Work's same as it ever was. It's the first time I've been away from Lou.
We're fine. Trust me. Just focus on the road, okay?
Yeah.
Blood volume and stamina at optimal levels.
available. Please review and confirm.
Good morning, Sam. Did you have a good... We're already making progress in addressing the corpse disposal situation here. Once again, I've got to thank you for that. If you access the delivery terminal, you'll find that you can fabricate equipment for yourself now. We have some material... Now, we don't have all the same schematics in Mexico, but as you link up more facilities to increase... We should be able to share all kinds of new... I heard that you're planning to extend chiral network, so go ahead and pick up... I'll explain the finer details of the mission. Your next destination is Villa Libre. The people there don't have enough medical equipment to meet their needs. If you bring them this delivery, you'll be sure to earn their trust. And once you've done that, you'll have an easier time convincing them to become part of the chiral network. Timefall is coming down hard in this area. Cargo containers that are exposed to timefall will begin to degrade. If you carry container repair spray with you, keep an eye out for the rivers and bandit camps in the area too. As on your way to Villa Libre, you might pass. We left behind some. If you see it, take a look inside. There should be materials in there too, enough to. Also, if you have any extra equipment, with a moment's generosity. Finally, each postbox has a private locker. So what do you think? Have enough information to take your time to... This order calls for some pretty hefty cargo to... But don't forget to take into account every piece of equipment. So think carefully about... Run out of stamina halfway through a delivery.
Make all necessary preparations for your... Please select an item to fabricate.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Sign detected nearby.
Spirit. I will always support you.
Disengage
You're Sam, right? Did the time allow me to assess the... This is practically flawless. Mil gracias. I have to say, time to connect the Cupid. Once we're part of the chiral network, I can get myself... We've all been looking. So go ahead and link us up.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Chiral communications have been established. Now I can finally use one of these medical units to assess the condition. I just pray they're strong and healthy. The elderly residents here will also be happy to receive proper medical care. Oh, seems like you should be capable of fabricating PCCs now as well. Probably thanks to the chiral network Of course, every additional structure will... There's one other problem. It's not a critical issue, so I post... If you're interested. I'm not sure. I should have given birth to my child ages ago. But for some reason, the fetus... If something's wrong with my body, and not knowing... But with one of our... I want to believe I can still... Some of the cargo we had stored here was washed. The water carried it into bandit territory. I know this isn't the sort of thing if you're willing and ain't all of the relevant detail, you can use it. So, if your travels happen to take... The only people that still live here, the last of the younger residents decided to risk it all. And too many bandits in these parts. We took what we wanted and didn't care about. But after I got pregnant, I had to clean up my act. My friends didn't understand, so they ditched me. Left me to wander on my own. Even though the that's why we put it... A new looks like the residents of the C1 South Distribution Center need... You can review this, so once you're good to go, I'll share additional... Okay, Sam. Are you ready? Then I'll bring you up to speed with what I know. The order you've undertaken is to recover chiral density gauges that have been stolen by bandits and taken back to their base. The base is located in some overgrown ruins, so you'll have a hard time getting a clear view of it. You might want to construct a watchtower nearby. With it, you can but that's not all, of course. Other porters are... This way, you can... Think about what I told you. Best of luck to you.